Company is the sharpshooter Mario Chalmers, and for Bivouac, Gerald Green pairing with Ike Diagu at Chicago Zone. Will Bynum back with Bivouac here in another season. And for more, let's go over to Brian Scalabrine.
All right, it's all about Gerald Green and Michael Beasley, 2 additions to the league. Both these guys looking to get buckets, and both of them have high expectations. They want to come into here, they want to end up in the championship, and they both talked about winning some hardware.
All right, Scal, let's take a look at the rules that are unique to the Big Three. First to 50 wins. Get to the break when one team scores 25. There's no game clock. It's a 14-second shot clock, and the 4-point shot, 3 circles, each 30 feet away. If your foot's on any piece of one of them, that's worth 4.
Yeah, we thought we almost had a 4-point shot in game 1, Ed, with Briscoe. But you got to, some part of your foot's got to touch the 4-point circle.
Okay, paging Mr. Green. First shot in the Big Three is good from beyond the arc.
Man, it's going to be fireworks in the Big 3 season with Gerald Green.
Or cupcake candles. Going to be talking about that a lot this year. His signature moment. Big block. Green did on rush, but it came out of bounds. Shot clock expired and a violation on 3's Company.
You know, in the 3-on-3 here with the Big 3, it puts a premium on loose balls, offensive rebounds, traditional 3-point shots when you're driving the basket. But this 4-point shot, man, this brings your defense out a lot further, and it creates more driving lanes if a guy can make 3.
Chalmers, sweet stroke. So 3's Company, Chalmers, Brandon Rush, Michael Beasley. For Bivouac, it's Ike Diagu, Corey Brewer, and Gerald Green. Beasley, first look in the Big 3, and he drills it.
It's funny, Gerald Green's first look, he drills it, and Beasley.
Corey Brewer. Beasley, the cleanup ball never hit the rim, and he's got 5 points. You talk about important aspects to the Big 3. If you don't hit the rim, and if you don't rebound well, that's going to be a big problem.
Yeah, you got to be able to, you got to win the rebound game.
Gets the bounce. Gerald Green with his second 3.
Yeah, Beasley made a shot, and it's like, hey, Gerald Green said, Beasley, if you can do it, Gerald Green said, I can do it better. But look at Beasley, man, just running to that open spot. That spot must have something going on over there in that left corner. Joe Johnson drilled it a couple of times.
Beasley for 4. As smooth a stroke as you'll ever see.
That's what we talk about.
12-5. 3's Company with the advantage. And Mr. Beasley, welcome to the show.
Hey, walking like you're talking. Beasley walked into a 4-point, said, you better ask somebody, guard me when before I get in the gym.
And Avery, no challenge for Michael Beasley.
No, this guy is, as soon as you shot the ball on all of his shots, it just looked like when the ball's coming off his fingertips, that it's money.
Speaking of which, not bad. Gerald Green looking good in his first Big 3 game.
Yeah, you saw Gary Payton talked about, improving their defense in that last time out.
Going right, little spin, and the lefty floater.
Yeah. Beasley just looks like he's just playing against himself on defense.
Rush bites on the head fake from Corey Brewer.
Yeah, it's like nobody's there. He's just operating smooth, nice spin move. Wow, outstanding body control. Look how cool he looks. He just looks, unhinged. Just free and clear. And come out here the ball, and nobody's gonna stop me.
It's refreshing to watch. And for Michael Cooper, great defensive player back in his day, All-NBA defensive first team 5 times with the Showtime Lakers. Beasley erupts and hits another 4-point three-point shot.
It'll be interesting to see what the glove Gary Payton does, you know, as time moves on. Maybe send another defender at him, get the ball out of his hands, force somebody else to make plays.
Mike Diagu rattles one in. You know, we're talking about Beasley being cool, calm, collected. Did you see the snarl from Gary Payton? You like that last three. Beasley behind the back, down the lane, and the finish. Oohs and ahs in Chicago, and quiets him down.
Yeah, that's an outstanding move. He's got to a strong hand, but where's the defense? Somebody's got to step over and help Diagu in that situation.
Corey Brewer taking advantage. Corey Brewer, NBA champion with Dallas in 2011, and of course, two-time champ in college with Florida. It's been the Beasley Show. Three-pointer. And finally a miss. Green, too much. Brewer spins and finishes against Chalmers.
Yeah, but you got to know the strengths and weaknesses of guys. Here, Beasley, back to his left hand. No help by Brewer, finish in the paint. Wow, nice elevation here. You got to make a guy, when he's an outstanding scorer, you want to make him a passer. When somebody's traditionally an assist man, like yours truly, you want to try to make him score. Okay? Just that simple.
That's simple, Coach. Corey Brewer with the three-point play. Beasley's gone off. It's been a one-man show, but we've got a two-point game in the early going of game two.
There's always good news and bad news.
Chalmers wanted a foul. Gerald Green deflects, airs, denied by Beasley.
Oh, nice pass.
Rush with the finish on the behind-the-back setup by Chalmers.
Yeah, that's when you completely understand and you dialed in with the rules of the game.
Green, ball was kicked. It's going to stay with Bivouac. I'm so happy for Brandon Rush's sake that he finished that layup after the feed by Chalmers.
Nice defense, nice pass. From one old Kansas guy to the other. Kansas, the national champions.
Oh, rock chalk. 3's company. Brewer. Pass. He's going to shoot one shot for two on the foul by Rush.
It almost feels like the 3's company should be up by more than 4 points. This is a nice spot here for Bivouac. This could be a whole lot worse with the start that Beasley's gotten off to offensively.
Avery, think about Bivouac's roster as Corey Brewer connects. They didn't get to select Garland Green in the draft. Tri-State snuck in and snatched him up before it got to Gary Payton's team. But they got Corey Brewer with their final pick. I mean, they're loaded with former NBA talent as Beasley strokes another one.
Whenever you're loaded with talent, that's a good problem to have. It makes your plays work a lot better if that talent takes care of the ball.
Brewer double teamed, will shoot a free throw for two. Remember, first to 25 gets us to halftime in the Big Three.
Yeah, you see Gary Payton, he and Beasley having a few words, but I think he's really trying to get his team going.
Been a busy week for Gary Payton. Number one, he got a spot on your flight from Boston, but you made it here to Chicago. But congratulations to the Payton family. Son Gary Payton II, champion, and played such a huge role off the bench for Golden State.
One of the real unsung heroes. We obviously Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, those guys, Draymond Green's going to get all of the credit, but Gary Payton II, who didn't play in game one, he was outstanding defensively in the NBA Finals.
Corey Brewer, second chance, pitching it out. Green, top shot, nails the three. And Bivouac hits the break with a 1-point lead on 3's company.
I got a pretty cool story to talk about G. Green after this next time out. So come on back and listen. But look at this play here. Look at the athleticism and the ball control, hand-eye coordination. Splash.
Let's take a look at Big 3 Heat Vision presented by Microsoft. Avery, a dive into Michael Beasley's Big 3 debut.
Yeah, he's hot. When you can score at all of these different levels. Look at the angles here. Inside, outside, 3-point line, 4-point line. Looked like he was almost stepping out of bounds. Still made it. I love it. I love it.
What a start with 19 points. You know, Avery, it's his first Big 3 game. He's off to a great start, and Michael Beasley's with Scal.
I'm here with Michael Beasley. Where have you been out here? Does it really look that? It looks that easy. It is. I do watch you in all your pickup games, and you know wherever you're at, and it actually kind of looks like the same as it is out here.
Yeah, basketball summer game. Just keep some.
Well, you look great. Keep up the good work. Got a lot of fans here cheering for you.
Thanks a lot, bro. I don't know.
All right, opening salvo. It looks easy. It is easy.
And he didn't have many words. He's really locked in, man.
Beasley with 19, the Big 3 single game record. Joe Johnson set it last year in Las Vegas with 34 in week 2 against Power.
I know if I was ever hot like that, and sideline reporter asked me a question, is it that easy? I would be like, no, man, the defense is playing hard. They're trying to trap me. He's like, nope, it is. That easy.
Gerald Green, nope. Rebound to Chalmers. I think Scal, for the first time in Big 3 history, got the Popovich treatment from Beasley. Avery, you're a perfect person to talk to about that.
Yes. I think I used to give Popovich that same kind of treatment when I disagreed with his coaching philosophy.
3's Company, some new personnel. Scales, no. Rebound Green. So it's Chalmers, Julian Wright, Alex Scales for 3's Company. Gerald Green out to Corey Brewer. Those two with like Diagu. Brewer hop step, losing it right. The steal and finish for 3's Company.
Yeah, and see what Julian Wright did on that play? He didn't bring the ball back down. He caught it high, maintained his balance with the ball being high above his head. You don't want to bring in smaller defenders in that situation and finish around the basket.
Brewer, air ball. Chalmers, the cleanup. And a 3-point lead for 3's Company. And Garrett Payton is peeved. Timeout for Bivouac.
See, because when the ball doesn't hit the rim and you have these air ball situations, you're in great position to just put it right back. Julian Wright did it on that Brewer turnover. Here's another situation, air ball, nice defense by Julian Wright, and Chalmers puts it back in and capitalizes on Bivouac's mistakes. You want to make sure you always touch the rim.
Yep.
You got to touch it. Your shot has to touch the rim because you bring in too many other variables.
Mario Chalmers, second year with 3's Company. Elevated to captain this year for Michael Cooper. Last year was DeMar Johnson. So Beasley still on the bench. Gerald Green, the captain of Bivouac. Double teamed. Oh, Diagu walking the tightrope in front of us. Green to beat the shot clock. Did he get it off in time? Now, there was no whistle. Diagu was looking. It hit the rim clearly, and then play was eventually whistled dead. And I think there was a foul on the play.
Yep, there was a foul on the play. Looked like the foul was on. Who did she call the foul on?
Alex Scales. So Green will shoot one shot for 3 points. His feet behind the line. The foul's on Scales in the act.
Yep, with one shot on the clock.
Oh, Brewer swiped. Look out. Love the week 1 hustle.
Yeah, terrific hustle. Normally, sometimes, you would think you would see that type of hustle when guys get in a little bit better shape. But with the Big 3, guys come in shape. They're ready to play. They realize they don't have 3, 4, 5 weeks to ease into the season.
Huge theme every year at this time. Scales nails the 3. Alex Scales for 3's Company.
Yeah, that's how you make up for a mistake when you foul a three-point shooter, come back and knock down one yourself.
7:03's company run. Gerald Green, the clutch. Nearly went for the slam, but the finish.
I'm sorry, Ed. I left for a minute. I kind of jumped out of my seat. I'm back. Outstanding move.
Man, he was fun to watch. Scales in and out. Brewer open. Hits the three. Back and forth we go in game 2.
Yeah, and it's the difference. This is what Gary Payton is saying. Not only Gerald Green, but Gary Payton is saying he's going to be a big reason why Bivouac has a worst to first potential season this year. And we'll see if they can get this win in week 1.
0-6 last year. Chalmers. Tough shot. Julian Wright fouls and finishes on the switch to the left.
Excellent move by Julian inside. Brewer was a ball watching a little bit. See here, Brewer didn't make contact. You got to initiate contact, especially on a guy flying in trying to get a rebound.
Julian Wright, 3-point play. 4-year NBA veteran, another Kansas guy. And from the Chicago area, went to Homewood Flossmoor High School, the Vikings, southwest of Chicago. Ike Diagu, straight on, too much. Brewer has been really effective on the glass. Popped out. Scales, fakes, right. Rolled off. The net was pulled. That's goaltend on Bivouac.
Yeah, because if that rim wasn't pulled in that situation, it could have been an offensive foul on Wright, clearing out a little bit with his left hand.
Perfect look.
Yep. Here it is. There it is. See the left hand clear out on Green right there at the bottom. Got bailed out in that situation.
Our colleague Bill Raftery would be talking about the nylon as Green able to sink it. Ed Cohen, Avery Johnson, Brian Scalabrini, our CBS crew for day 1 of this 5th Big 3 season and our 3rd year on CBS. Backdoor right, misses the slam. 0 for 2, knocked it out of bounds.
Excellent pass by Scales. Wow, excellent pass.
Can't win them all.
No, you can't win them all.
But Michael Cooper has to be thrilled with Wright's production. Beasley, first appearance since the break.
Yep. Had a quick little break there, and now he's back. We'll see, compared to where he started the game from this point on, is he going to be as efficient offensively?
Beasley battling with Ayers. Look out. Face to face, inches apart, and finally separated after Beasley was fouled after the rebound.
Yeah, that's some grown men right there inside. Look at this.
Welcome to the Big 3, Michael Beasley.
Yeah, no babies allowed in the Big 3. He talked a lot more here to Ayers than he did in his interview with Scal.
Like next time, Scal will need to go face to face. Beasley launches too much. Oh, he had that look. And Scales on the perimeter with Ayers is called for the foul.
Yeah, you can feel the intensity compared to the. We can't say the first few minutes of the game because there's no clock.
Yeah.
But the first few plays of the game, the intensity is rising and rising. And you talking about a defensive player, Michael Cooper, man. 5-time NBA All-Star defensive member. Larry Bird said Michael Cooper's the best defender he ever faced.
So you're saying, as Brewers foul, they'll get a 2-point shot. Michael Cooper's sitting there stoically in his mind thinking, you guys haven't seen anything compared to what I went through.
Absolutely.
He's coached at every level. Interim in the NBA, long stint in the WNBA, a couple of titles with the Sparks with Lisa Leslie as Brewer misses. G League and now high school. He's been coaching the last few years at Culver City High School as Beasley will get a 2-point shot of his own.
Kind of felt that was coming. Both of these guys have been going at it. Beasley was smart though. He said, you know what, I'm not going to settle. I'll drive this closeout. Put pressure on the referees to make a call.
Scales exits. Brandon Rush back in for 3's Company as Beasley strokes it. And 3's Company a 38-32 advantage. Week 1 in Chicago, Illinois on CBS. All-Star Game September 4th at Atlantis Bahamas Resort. To see official rules, scan the QR code on the screen or go to Toyota Big3Flyaway.com. Gary Payton, coach of Bivouac. Let's go inside the huddle.
Beasley now proving that he's going to shoot the basketball. Let's get up in him a little bit more. Now let's make him play. All right, we done got it. We done got into it now. Now let's get into our rhythm. We all right. They made a good run. It's cool. Now let's just play.
Maybe not bad for a guy who this season coached at Division II Lincoln University, the Oaklanders, in his home city.
Yeah, love how GP loves to coach. He just loves to give back to the game of basketball. When you're 9-time. We talked about Coach Michael Cooper, but he's a 9-time first-team All-NBA defensive player. And just so excited. And he just said early on, he was telling his team they're playing harder than we are.
Beasley is going to take a 2-point shot. You really must be that we're in Chicago. You gave that the Edward R. Rooney, Ferris Bueller 9 times treatment right there. I like it.
Yeah, man. That's why we just love our coaching roster. These guys are just legends of the game. And they're such global ambassadors.
How about a 23 spot for Beasley in his Big 3 debut as we look at Ice Cube, co-founder of the Big 3, along with Jeff Quadnitz before the 2017 summer.
Yeah, I was giving Jeff some parenting tips before the game because I was such a perfect parent.
There he is.
Yeah. Great partnership, visionaries between Jeff and Q. These guys just work extremely well together.
Loose ball foul as Gerald Green pushed off. And the commissioner, Clyde the Glide Drexler.
I'm not sure if I should be happy to see Clyde or sad. He knocked us out in 1995 and went on to win a championship with the Houston Rockets. He should have stayed in Portland.
You know, it's always interesting bringing you back. You see Clyde Drexler, you see Gary Payton, maybe Michael Cooper in your early days in the West.
Yeah, we're all friends now. You know, we used to be enemies. We're friends.
Well, you can get official Big 3 merch at store.big3.com for league and team apparel, including jerseys, hats, jackets, and more. Get it all at store.big345. The win over Trilogy and a matchup of the prior 2 Big 3 champions. Chalmers, Beasley, and Rush for 3's Company. Ayers against Chalmers on the switch, and Chalmers way off the mark. Green didn't see it, did hit the rim.
Yeah, he missed. That's a missed opportunity there.
Gerald Green ducks in. Will shoot a 2-point shot, and sometimes it takes a game or 2 to really master the Big 3 rules.
Yeah, you can see him pointing to his head saying, hey, I got it the next time.
Gerald Green won a G League title this year with Rio Grande Valley as he scores a 2-point shot. He had come out of retirement, was with the Rockets as a player development coach, but during Omicron, teams were looking for extra guys. Want to go to the G League, see if that helped his game. Spin cycle, Beasley couldn't finish it as he tumbles. Wants the block, gets there before Brewer. Wow! Rush for 3, No.
That's the play of the game, right? That's the play of the day right now. You fall down, you don't make an excuse, then you get up and you go and block a slam dunk. But where he came from, he was in the stands with the fans. That was outstanding. Wow, what force here. And give Brewer credit. He went up there trying to posterize Beasley in that situation.
Beasley doubled.
Now they're giving him different looks.
Over Ayers.
And making Beasley work harder. That's what Gary Payton was preaching. That's what he wanted. Make him work harder for his shots.
Green pulls up. Too much. Still stuck on 40-36. Alex Scales off the dribble three. Off the mark. Ayers chasing it down.
I think Gary's going to call a timeout here. Oh, yes, he is. You got to recalibrate. This is a critical possession here. And when you talk about Gary Payton, man, this guy, he enjoys calling Sean Kemp. This guy's had it rolling. Oh, yes. That's such a three.
What a moment. This was less than 48 hours ago. Thursday night in Boston. Gary Payton II, NBA champion with the Warriors. You know, Avery talked about being a father. Think about what that night was like for Gary Payton, Del Curry, and Michael Thompson. Their three sons, all NBA champions again.
Yeah, and what pressure on those guys to live in their father's shadows. Yep. You know, even when I coached in college and I coached my son for 3 years, those guys have bigger goals. And when you're dealing with the fans have a way of not being so kind to you, especially when your son's not playing well.
Speaking of which, let's head over to Scal with more.
Yeah, I got a chance to interview Gary Payton II. I asked him about that. He said, my dad let me be me, but I would see him on the sideline giving me that mean mug, and I know when I did something wrong.
Oh, you can only imagine being in those shoes. Green, floater, no. Beasley with the clearance.
I wonder whether it was the clean version or the R-rated.
You know, Gary, to Scal's point, is coaching another son. Beasley backdoor, lost it. He's coaching his son Julian at Lincoln University.
Keep it in the family.
That was bang bang, and initially looked like it was off Bivouac, but Beasley knocked off his leg.
You see a few more backdoor cuts now. Guys are just not coming to the three-point line. You saw Beasley, you know, try to backdoor. That pass got to be on time and on target. You got to basically lead the ball away from the defender.
Green around and through. Gerald Green with that finish now at 21 points. We were stuck on 40-36 for a while. Got a 2-point game. Chalmers, Beasley, rush for 3's company. Against Ayers, Brewer, and Green for Bivouac. Beasley held up, finishes, and they'll give it to him.
Looked like that could have been on the floor and not an and one situation. No, was he in the shooting movement? You make the call, Ed.
That's why they're paid the big bucks. Emphatic continuation, and Beasley with 23 in Chicago. That's always a good number to hit.
But the key is, from a referee standpoint, if the game is tied at 48-48 and that same situation happened, can we consistently make the same call?
Yep.
Instead of, and that's it, you know, where it's on the floor, it's not a shooting foul.
Beasley with the push, offensive, as Brewer went flying.
Smart play by Brewer, trying to deny Beasley the ball when he's one pass away.
Corey Brewer had 11 in the first half, 14 for the game. He's been counted by Chalmers. Brewer feints, drives, tough handle, He's going to shoot a free throw for 2 as Beasley met him late. Whatever it takes to get in the right mindset, right?
Yeah, and as these guys go back and watch film, Brewer obviously gotten fouled in that situation, but the key moving forward is when you're in that situation, you're going downhill and you get 2 on the ball, can you come to a jump stop, pivot, and find the open man for a 3?
And right now, both teams get stuck in the mud as Brewer connects. 43-40, 3's company with the lead in game 2. Green on the attack, poked away by Beasley. Rush, cleaning it up. And 3's company 5 points away.
Yeah, got to be strong with the ball on that drive.
On the screen, bodies fly. Which way is it going? Jeff Ayers with the push against Chalmers, and Gary Payton saying, wait a minute. Good hard screen or too much?
I thought that was a good hard screen.
And Chalmers at the line. Now it's an offensive foul on the screen by Ayers.
You all right? Wait.
And they're lining up, and now I think making sure Chalmers, whether he should be at the line or they should inbound on the side.
Yep.
I guess justice if you're the glove.
But man, free throws, you got to make your free throws in this situation, because when you're up trying to protect the lead.
That's a big rebound. Beasley attacks on Ayers, scoops it up, missed. Taps Ayers looking for Brewer, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, some of those driving fouls that were being called early in the game, you almost got to fall on the ground.
Remember, first to 50 wins. Green open, nails the 3. We got a 2-point game in the Windy City.
And Bivouac will continue to play defense without fouling. And Beasley, now this is showtime. This is when the superstars make their money.
Beasley losing it. Green with the steal. In their Big 3 debuts, Beasley reaching in, and with the foul against Gerald Green. And both teams in the penalty, so Green will get a 2-point shot.
Yeah, but here's the rebound by Green, and nice screen there on Chalmers. Yep.
Avery, to your point, if Green can make this free throw, we'll have a tie game.
Yes.
Green, dead-eye shooter. In and out, jinxed him. Ayers cleans it up, and we're tied up.
And you can't jinx the free throw shooter. Come on, man. And those free throw rebounds, boy, it seems like sometimes they're 5-point plays.
Chalmers knocks down the 3. And 3's company with point game in Chicago.
And when you have 48, so many different variables come into play. You only need 2, but now it forces the defense to guard you at the 3-point line.
Brewer on the attack. Out of a double, Ayers launches. Rush, 3's company can win it here.
Gary Payton didn't like that shot when he caught the ball. He thought he should have been driving to the basket.
Brewer fighting with Beasley underneath. And a foul's called off the ball.
Oh, bad time to foul.
On Brewer. Wow. With both teams in the penalty, this will be for the game. But if there's a time to bring the fire, This is it. You can do it on a common foul when a team is in the bonus. Let's go to Brian Scalabrine.
You can't win a game on a loose ball foul the first time. If it happens again, then they'll shoot the free throw for the game.
Copy that. Man who knows it as well as anybody. Brian Scalabrine, former captain of the Ball Hogs. Beasley, runner. Brewer with the board.
Oh.
Had a look to maybe tie the game.
What's Brewer doing there? Wow. Unless Gerald Green makes this shot.
On cue, 1 point game.
Well, smart by Brewer.
Still point game for 3's company. They can win with a 2. Bivouac down 48-47. They can win with a 3. Chalmers drills it, and 3's company wins game 2 in Chicago.
And in that situation, man, you would think the ball would find Michael Beasley's hands, but Mario Chalmers says, hey, take this, not 2, 3, 4, 5, but take this 6 piece on the back of my jersey. Nice little hezzy right there. Ball game.
That's a guy who's made a couple of clutch shots in his life.
Go back in history, Ed.
2008, Alamo Dome. Memphis falling to Kansas.
Yeah, I think John Calipari is still saying he should have fouled.
Still hurts. Scow with Mario Chalmers.
All right, Mario, so you let your guy, good job picking up Michael Beasley. First of all, let's go with that. He had a great start to the game. How hard did you recruit him and get him out here?
Very hard. I knew this would be a perfect opportunity for coming here and show people he still loved the game of basketball. So, you know, he got off the humble horse and came over here, joined us at the Big 3, come to have fun.
All right, let's talk about you. You let him do his thing, but down the stretch, big shot Mario, you've been doing it your whole life. What made you click in your mind to say, I'm going to take over?
You know, being in the first game of the year, new team, being a new captain, just want to leave my mark early. Just show that I deserve that captain spot. I know what I'm doing, putting the team together, and we're just coming out here to try to win.
Can I ask one question on that? Why no traditional big man? You have something up your sleeve?
I'll be honest, I wanted Ryan Hollins, but he called me 2 minutes before my draft pick and said he'd rather play with the triplets. So that's why we don't have a big.
We got drama here. Thanks, Mario.
All right, appreciate it.
A little bit of drama to start the first day of the Big 3. Mario Chalmers comes up big as the 3's company take over Bivouac in game 2.